I'm taking apart this Honda engine from the 90s. It's from a Honda Civic. Taking it apart to find out why it failed. These bolts up here, you need a 12 millimeter. This bolt here is a 14 millimeter. These two bolts here are 10 millimeters. You need a 10 millimeter over here as well to get these two bolts out. You need a 12 millimeter socket, and it has to have that pattern. I don't know what they call that. And you're going to use that to remove the head nuts. As you can see, it was not properly stored. So it's probably frozen from rust. But can't get the pistons to move at all. Take the gasket off. Let's see if I can get it to move at all. See a little movement in the pistons. Gotta remove the 10 millimeter bolts and nuts, and then you're gonna pull this cover off. Now you're gonna remove these 10 millimeter nuts here. Need a 9/16 socket to remove these bolts. I'm going to start from the center and work my way out each way. Wow. This thing can do 450 foot-pounds and it can't get these out. A little bit. Damn. It's gonna take me a little while, so I will come back and start filming again once I get all these loosened up. I want to show you real quick here what I figured out. I put my knee right here so that way I can pull with both arms on the breaker bar. See? Because it's a little hard because the engine's not secured to anything. So I wanted to show you that. That's what I'm doing to get these off of here. I got all the bolts loosened up. Now I'm just going to take them out. These were torqued a lot. Then what I'm trying doing is banging on the rods on each piston to try to free them up, because I want to see if I can free up this engine. I think the pistons are the problem. Because it's very clean in here. It doesn't look like a lot of any of the water or anything from the rain got in here. Looks clean. The engines aren't as complicated as you might think. Anybody can take this thing apart. I was told this engine blew a rod, but from what I could see, they all look fine. I don't think they're broken. I don't know why this engine was sitting if there's nothing wrong with it. Visually anyway, nothing mechanically wrong visually. Okay, now I'll see if I can get this piece off. Okay, there we go. And let's pull this off. Then we can see our rods. Visually, nothing looks wrong. Oh, yes. Look at that. A little rotation, but we're still stuck. I put some CLR in the cylinders, and that cleaned them up a lot. Next, you're going to remove these 10mm nuts. And take these off. Gonna need your 11/16 socket. This engine's hard to turn over. And you're gonna have to turn it so you can get to the next nuts. It's like that. I already loosened these up to make it faster for the video. They were torqued pretty tight. That one's still stuck. These are 12 millimeter. I think I said 10 millimeter a few minutes ago. These are 12 millimeters, not 10. Must have tightened up when I turned over the crankshaft. Wiggle these off. The other one doesn't want to come out. Now I'm gonna go back to that problem one from earlier. Should have thought of this before. With the socket, do that. Now I finally got it to move. Now I just have to work it out like the other ones. There we go. Now crankshaft is almost free. Carefully push this piston down over here. Get it off of the crankshaft. Okay. Got that piston out. You're not gonna be able to really see it, but you're gonna push the pistons until they come out. Next step, we have to remove the crankshaft. Come over to the side of the engine, get a 10 millimeter, loosen up these bolts here. This should come off now. Just lightly tap it, try to get it off. Actually do that. Just pry it off. Just a gasket there. That's off. We have more 10mm bolts on this side. I wasn't able to get this nut out of here on the crankshaft pulley. It's torqued way too much. So I'm just gonna see if I can get it out in one piece. Hopefully I can get to these bolts. Looks like over here there's two more. There's one here. There's one down there. Of course, the pulley is in the way, so I'm gonna try my 10mm wrench. Got it. There it goes. Shaft out of here. There we go. Wow. A lot of the weight of that engine is that crankshaft.